Redox reaction. The word redox comes from oxidation and reduction, RED, reduction, OX, oxidation. It's a net movement of electrons from one reactant to another. So if we have a look here, you have hydrogen reacts with chlorine, produce 2 mole of hydrochloric acid. So if you look at the oxidation number of hydrogen reactant, it's 0, and the oxidation number of hydrogen at the product, it's positive 1. So when the oxidation number increase, the process is oxidation. And if we check the chlorine, the oxidation number of chlorine reactant is 0. At the product, it's negative 1. So the oxidation number decreases. So we call it as reduction reaction. For example, in ion electrode method, we have in 2 types of solution, in acidic solution and in basic solution. First, let's start with writing the redox reaction equation in acidic solution. First, you have the unbalanced equation in ionic form. Write the unbalanced equation. Second, write the 2-half reaction. So, you divide this equation into 2, which is 2-half reaction. So this one, if you look at the oxidation number increases from positive 2 to positive 3. So that's why it's oxidation. So another half reaction is reduction. The third step is you have to balance the atoms in those 2 half equations except oxygen and hydrogen. So this is for iron, one iron, so no change. And for this one, you have 2 Cr2 and then you have to put 2 Cr2 here, and then that's all. Oxygen. Don't focus on oxygen yet. You have to balance the atom for all atoms except oxygen and hydrogen. So you're done with step 3. Step number 4, to balance the oxygen atom, you add the H2O. Don't add O2. Add H2O to balance oxygen atom. And to balance hydrogen atom, you don't add H2. You add H plus to balance the hydrogen atoms. So, for this equation, you want to add 7 oxygen. So, you have to plus 7 H2O. And then now you have 14 hydrogen on the right side, so you have to add H plus to balance the hydrogen atom, so 14 H plus. And then the next step is add electron to both half reaction to balance the charge. Previously, we have already balanced the atom. Now we need to balance the charge. So for example, for iron here, we have Fe2 plus and Fe3 plus. So positive 2 on the left side, positive 3 on the right side. So we have to make the right side is positive 2. So you have to add 1 electron on the right side. So the charge will be balanced. Next, for another half reaction, you have on the left side plus 14 minus 2, and you have positive 12, and on the right side you have positive 6. So you have to make it balanced. You have to add 6 more electron here to make the left hand side positive 6. Okay, and then the next step is balance the electron in the 2 half reaction. So you already have the equation with the electron in this. On the right side 1 electron, on the left side 6 electron. So you have to balance the electron times the electron with 6 because you have 6 on the left side. Okay, here for another reaction you have 6. So when you times by 6, so you have 6 more of iron 2 plus, 6 more of iron 3 plus, and 6 electron. So now you have electrons at both sides, the same number of electrons at both sides. Next step, add two half reactions together. The number of electrons on both sides must be equal. Okay, how to add this? Now, you know that this one is oxidation. You can identify the oxidation and reduction in this step because oxidation is when you release the electron. Reduction when you accept the electron. Release electron, electron at the product. Accept electron, electron at the reactant. So this step is crucial for you to identify which equation is oxidation, which equation is reduction. Now, continue with the add two half reactions together. So when you add two half reactions together, you have both electrons, same number of electron at both sides. So just cancel out the electron and then just copy back what you have in these two equations. 14H plus Cr2O7 2 minus plus 6 iron 2 plus 6 iron 3 plus 2 Cr3 plus water. This is the final answer for acidic solution. How do we know that this is the acidic solution? Because we have H plus here. When we have H plus in the final equation, that's for acidic solution. So, if you want to check, just balance the charge at both sides. So 14 plus 14 times 1 and then plus 2, negative 2 plus negative 2 plus 6 times 2 because you have 2 plus. So plus 2 times 6 and then it becomes 24 and then you must make sure that the right hand side must be 24 as well. Alright, so remember that this is in acidic solution because you have H plus. If the question asks you to provide the answer for basic solution, the next step is you add the hydroxide ion OH minus to both sides, on the left side and on the right side. Add the hydroxide ion. How many hydroxide ions you have to add depends on how many hydrogen ion you have here. So you have 14H plus, and then you have to add 14OH minus on the left and 14OH minus on the right. Finally, if you have OH minus plus H plus, you'll get water. And then 14 water, and this one you have 7 water. You just cancel out 7 water on the right side, and then you'll be having 7 water on the left side. And the final answer is this equation. So we say this is the equation for basic solution because we have 14OH minus.